This video, I am going to share with you literally all 12 of my income streams. It's actually more than that, but I broke some of them down into specific categories. Overall, I do about a little over 60K a month in sales, more than that, but I broke it down to that just to generalize for this video, and around $20,000 to $25,000 a month profit on average. So I wanted to break down all of my income streams. I'm going to share with you what the income stream is, how much money it's generally making, and just break them all down for you. Hopefully this can give you some ideas for the new year. You know, we're in 2022 right now. If you guys don't know who I am, my name's Steve Rakin. I actually quit my job, quit going to school about 9 years ago, started my own reselling business, started flipping bikes on Craigslist, moved on to eBay. At the time, I was doing $6,000 to $8,000 a month about 7 years ago, selling clothing and different items. And since then, I've been doing all different types of items and been building out my my portfolio, my net worth. You know, just to give some context, I'm 34 years old, been running my own business a little over 8 years. Net worth is a little over 630,000. So haven't hit that 7-figure mark yet. I run multiple online businesses. A couple of them generate a lot of the income. Other ones are more investment, passive income. So I'm going to break down all of these income streams. If you could hear me okay, then let me know in the comments. Smash that like button. Let me know, Steve, I can hear you, because I am live right now. And I'm going to just break them all down and try to be as transparent as I possibly can about what I'm making, the profits. And some of these things are a little hard to kind of nail down exact monthly profits, because some of these things are promotions that only happen a couple times a year, so on and so forth. So I'm going to do the best I can. If you have any questions, then let me know. But yeah, I see a bunch of people in the comments. Appreciate you. What's going on, Shane? What's up, KT Treasure, Storage Auction Pirate? What's happening, everybody? Okay, so these are in no particular order. I didn't rank them from like most profitable to the least, but I'm just going to jump right into it. So coming in first income stream is Amazon FBA. So I do a bunch of different items on Amazon FBA. Right now, I'm really heavy into online arbitrage. So I'm doing about $18,000 a month, profiting around $6,000 to $7,000 a month at this time for my Amazon FBA business. So I'm sourcing a lot off of eBay, Mercari. I'm going to thrift stores, not so much garage sales now because it's winter in Connecticut, but sourcing a lot of items on eBay and different items like DVDs, books, board games. You guys see the content on my channel, and selling it on FBA. So doing around $6,000 to $7,000 a month profit. I hope to get that profit margin up to, well, that number up to about 10K, and I would love to do $40,000 a month. That's one of my goals. And right now I'm training a couple people on my team to help me with sourcing, because that's really the bottleneck, and hopefully getting a prep center as well. Number 2 is eBay. On eBay right now, I'm not really selling a ton just because I don't have the time. Doing less than $1,000 a month. Right now it's less than $500 over the last 30 days in my eBay business. It's just, I haven't had the time. The thing about eBay is it's fun. I love it, but you have to take all the pictures, you have to create all the listings, you have to ship everything out yourself. Whereas with Amazon FBA, you know, I ship everything in one box to the warehouses, and then it sells and they pick it, package, ship it, and do everything for me. So eBay is really, really small right now. And that's income stream number 2. But sometimes I get that pumping up to 3, 4, 5, 6,000 a month. It just depends upon how much time I have free. Number 3 is my dropshipping wholesale store. Now I'm thinking about actually releasing the store and doing a whole breakdown of it. To make a long story short, I actually have a business where I sell custom photos inside of a crystal. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen those crystals at the mall where you can get your face, like a picture inside of the crystal. Well, I have a supplier and I have a website. We run a lot of Facebook traffic, Google traffic, and we do wholesale and drop ship custom crystals. So right now we're doing about $7,000 a month in sales. It was higher than that, but I've been having a hard time getting the ads to convert profitably. So right now we're making about $3,000 a month profit. And again, if you want to hear more about that, I'm considering sharing the store and everything and being as transparent as possible in terms of what I'm doing. It costs quite a bit of money to get started. I had spent about 20 grand getting the website set up, building the relationship with the supplier, going through everything. It was a lot of work. But that's something that did really, really well and does a lot better during Q4. Income stream number 4 are my digital products. So I have a bunch of ebooks. I have a business called the Book Business Blueprint. If you go to book-biz.com, you can learn more about it. It's with my partner Avery, who he did over $1.3 million selling books. I taught my mom how to retire. I've been selling books for a long time. In the Book Business Blueprint, we've been doing on average anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000 a month in course sales. And the Reseller Handbook, that's not huge. Right now, we only have a couple hundred customers, so that's really only a couple $1,000s a month. But on average, that business is making quite a bit of profit every single month. It differs based on promotions and how much money we're spending on paid traffic, because most of all of our sales is coming through Google ads and Facebook ads with the Book Business Blueprint. The Reseller Handbook is more through YouTube videos and whatnot, but doing on average between 15 and 20K a month in sales. And the profit is usually between like anywhere from 4,000 to 6,000 a month. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. You might be thinking, well, where's all the money going, Steve? $20,000 in digital course sales, that should be all profit. It's because ads on Google and Facebook are so expensive now. It's really, really hard. Income stream number 5 is broken up into 3 different sections with cryptocurrency. So I'm going to share my cryptocurrency income streams. Number 1 is my crypto bots, and those on average has been doing around $500 a month. Right now it's losing quite a bit just because we're having a market correction right now. So I'm not really even counting any of that towards my profit in this whole figure. Number 2 within the crypto is BlockFi. So I made a video about this. I have $9,000 in BlockFi. They're paying a 9% APY. So that comes out to, I think like $900 a year or something, which comes out to like $60 or $70 passive income per month with BlockFi. And I want to increase that maybe up to 30,000, but I don't want to use all my liquid cash. I want to have it available for different investments. And number 3, I've been hinting at this in some of my Instagram stories. Right now, I'm making close to about $100 a month in passive income with crypto mining. So I'm having my video graphic cards actually mine Ethereum for me. And essentially how it all started is my brother came over for Christmas. He taught me about a program that was able to use my old computer that I don't use anymore for video gaming and whatnot. And that was making about $2 a day. And then I purchased another laptop, which came out to about $950. And the way it works is based on the video card that you have, it has a certain amount of power to be able to make money. And right now mine's making around like $3 to $4 a day with my graphic cards. It's not huge, and it'll take about, like, if you invest in a computer to mine crypto, it takes about a year for you to get your money back. And there's going to be some changes with ETH 2.0 coming about, moving to I think proof of stake. So instead of proof of work. So there's gonna be a lot of changes that could affect that. But yeah, I've just got my computers running, and they just make passive income. Now, again, there's an investment if you don't have it, and the cost of the video cards are getting really expensive. But that's a cool little thing that I might talk about. Number 6 are my real estate properties. So my real estate properties make, oh, and by the way, the crypto, I just put it at $500 a month profit, because it's probably more, but I just put it to be low. Real estate, my 2 multifamily properties, that's about $1,000 a month profit. So I have 2 properties, and I'm actually sinking a lot more money back into the principal for those properties. I could cash flow quite a bit more because I've been able to raise the rent like crazy over the last year. I mean, the market has gone up a lot. Just as an example, one of my rents were at $1,100. They're now up to $1,500 a month, and the market's even higher in my area. I just feel bad price gouging because I could probably get it up to $1,600, $1,700 a month. But one example is one of my rental properties, taxes, mortgage, and the mortgage, taxes, and insurance comes to about $1,200, and one of those properties is already at $2,900 a month. So that's already, what's 2,900 minus 1,200? That's what, like 1,700 or something like that. Obviously, you've got to account for capital expenditures and repairs and different issues that are going to come about. But $1,000 a month it's probably more than that now, because my rents are just really high. Now, I do have management companies that manage both of my 2-family multifamily properties. So that's about 10% off the top. So on 2,900, they'd be taking $290, then minus, again, repairs, money aside for capital expenditures, landscaping, snow removal, different things like that. So I put about $1,000 a month for real estate. So just to recap so far, Amazon's doing about 6K profit. eBay, I just put it at nothing because right now it's doing pretty crappy. My drop shipping wholesale store, about 3K a month. My digital products, about 5K a month. Crypto, I just put it at 500. Real estate at 1K. Now here's one of my big ones. So a lot of people ask, well, how do you make money, Steve, with your YouTube channel, your content? You know, what's your purpose, right, in spending time doing that when you could be building out other businesses? Well, I make quite a bit of money a couple different ways. One with my YouTube channel, which I'll talk about, but also affiliate marketing. So I promote other courses, I promote my own programs, but the big thing is affiliate marketing. On average, I do about 10K a month profit. Now, not every month do I make $10,000, but for example, over the last couple of years, I've promoted different programs such as the wholesale formula, private label programs, softwares like Scout IQ, Reseller list. I've probably promoted maybe 7 or 8 different programs over the last 4 or 5 years. Some of those programs have made me 6 figures just in one launch. So affiliate marketing is very, very lucrative. Not every single month I make 4,000 or 5,000 profit, but in average, because some of these launches are really big, they make me 50K or 80K at once. So averaged out, it's about $10,000 a month. And I've been doing that for the last 3 or 4 years. Sometimes it's a little lower, sometimes it's way higher than that. There was one year, I think in 2018, promoting just dropshipping Titans, the wholesale formula, a couple other ones. I did almost over 200K in profit just with affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing is very lucrative, but it's a slow business model to build up because you have to have the audience, right? And my YouTube channel gets hundreds of thousands of views. I have a large email list. I understand paid advertising. So for the average person without an audience, it's going to be really hard. But that's one of the big income streams, on average around 10K a month. YouTube's about $3,000 a month. That's through Google AdSense and whatnot. So that's income stream number 7 and 8. Income stream number 9 is coaching and consulting, about $1,000 a month. I don't do a lot of coaching. I don't do a ton of consulting. Sometimes it could be less, but I put it at that. It's just, I don't have a ton of time. Number 9, I make about $1,000 a month still through my publishing business. So that's through Kindle, CreateSpace, and Audible. So you guys probably know this was maybe 5-6 years ago. I actually created a pretty massive sized Kindle ebook publishing business on Amazon. And at the time it was doing over $10,000 a month. Since then it's dropped to $1,000 a month, but it's crazy because I don't do anything anymore. I don't promote my books. I have over 150 ebooks on Amazon. I don't promote them anymore. I don't do anything. I kind of lost passion for it. I was just like, whatever. I don't care if this business dies. And it's so funny, like some of these books are still ranked. They still make money. I still make royalties through CreateSpace, which is the print-on-demand physical books. I even get a couple checks for merch by Amazon, but I didn't even put it on this list because it's so small. I just don't focus on it. But yeah, Kindle ebooks, CreateSpace, Audible. I mean, if you get those books to rank, it's great. Audible is really awesome as well because you can split royalties and have someone like create an ebook for you, which is fantastic. Income stream, so that was income stream number 10. Income stream number 11, and I put this at 0 as well, even though it's probably like a couple $100 a month. I haven't run the numbers, is dividends. So my stock portfolio is over $130,000 right now, and that's made up of mostly index funds, but also some individual stocks. Every quarter or so, I receive dividends on some of the various stocks. Like as an example, if you had $100,000 in Coca-Cola, if they have a 3% dividend, you would get 3% of that 100,000 every year, which would be about $3,000. I'm not an expert with dividends and how that all works. I just know I receive some income from it. It's passive. It goes right back into it. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And income stream number 12 is sponsorships. So this is when a company will reach out to you. Again, this really depends on you having an audience, but a company will reach out to you and say, hey, can I put something on your blog? Or hey, can you shout out my company in a YouTube video, so on and so forth. I've done these with Alibaba.com. I've done these with software companies. I don't do these all the time just because I like kind of creating my own content, and I really don't like having to do things for money. It sounds weird, but like if I use the product, if I use the service, like it's easy and fun, but I don't like researching things and like I don't know. I'm just not good at it. I like to only promote things that I'm using. So, I mean, pretty much anything I ever promote is something I use, but I'm not even joking. I could probably do 10K a month in sponsorships, but these companies that reach out to me are like weird. Like they're not even in my niche. But I know people who do it. There's a lot of money to be made. But for me, I really want to keep my channel focused on making money online, reselling, eBay, Amazon. So if anyone's watching, I'm open for sponsorships, but only if it aligns with my channel. But that's only about $1,000 a month on average. It might even be a little less. So when I added all the numbers up, it was around on average 25K a month profit. Typically, it's about 35% profit margins. That's a little higher than a lot of businesses just because I do sell digital products, and I have some businesses that are very high margin. Some of the ones that are a little lower is my Amazon FBA business, which is around 25% profit margin, give or take, maybe a little higher than that. Obviously, real estate, there's not a ton of expenses though. That just kind of runs on autopilot. But yeah, those are my 12 income streams right now. And I think I saw a super chat come in from Primetime Treasure earlier. So I want to give a big shout out to my man Dominic. I'm going to be on his channel, I believe, on Wednesday. But let me look through some of the comments and see if there's any questions that are coming through. Do you still keep in touch with Vinny, and will you make more videos? Yeah. Definitely want to make more videos. It's just been crazy lately with, you know, all the illnesses and everything going around. Just kind of staying away from people right now. We got Vintage Master from Switzerland in the house. What's happening? We got Angela Black. Hey, Steve, amazed I caught you live. You got me, Angela. And Angela's rocking it. She was actually one of my coaching students, and now I could consider a friend who spent the day with me recently and taught her how to build an Amazon FBA book business, which was exciting. Yes, Dominic, I'm pumped up to come on the channel, man. It's going to be fun. We got Katie Reeds in the house. Can't wait for the show. Reseller Niche says, love the diversification of your income streams. I appreciate it, man. If you guys aren't following Reseller Niche, go over to his channel. He's got some great content, but it takes time, you know. A lot of people might say you're spreading yourself too thin, or you got to focus on one thing. And I agree with that. You really do have to focus on one thing, but you could get to the point where you can automate some things. Like as an example, like my one thing right now is my Amazon FBA business. It takes the most time. I'm spending the most time on it. I have to babysit it every single day. I'm still doing a lot of the things myself because I'm not ready to let loose to the prep center, and I'm still holding my team's hand a lot with the sourcing of products, doing OA. And my drop shipping store, my wholesale business, that took a lot of time. So like you have to spend a bunch of time to build up a business, and then you could find ways to automate it. So like, for example, if you ever watch like Shark Tank, a lot of these guys, they run like 50, 60 companies, or they're invested in a bunch of things. It's because they have a team that supports them. And I'm just assuming they probably spend a lot of time at first getting set up, introducing to the business, helping, serving, adding value, and then you could kind of take your foot off the pedal a little bit. You know, I'm not saying what I'm doing is best. You could probably make a lot more money just focusing on a couple things. But the big thing for me is just investing now. Like I'm trying to focus pretty much on my Amazon business and my drop shipping wholesale business, and everything else like crypto, and even a lot of like I guess the biggest thing is like my YouTube channel, my Amazon business, and my drop shipping store, which I'm trying to figure out what to spend most of my time on. I think it's going to be Amazon because I think that's the best opportunity and I'm the most passionate about. But things like crypto and real estate and index funds and even like sponsorship, like all those things are kind of on the back burner, like Lego investing. Like I spend a tiny bit of time on those things each week, and I just try to push them forward, and I try to get my money to work for me. Like when I put my money into like a mining rig, like I don't have to do anything. I just spend 20 minutes, set it up. You know, I bought a laptop, spent about $900 on it, spent 20 minutes, you know, clocked my computer to run high and make as much money as possible, stored it away. And now I just check in on it like once a week. Now it doesn't make a ton of money. The same with BlockFi. I just put my money to work for me. With real estate, it took a lot of time building up these 2 properties, finding them, meeting with real estate agents, putting the deal together, running the numbers, hiring a property manager, so on and so forth. But it's pretty automated now. Like I've probably spent less than like a couple hours in the last year, honestly, on those real estate properties. Kindle publishing business, I mean, I kind of let that go to crap, but it just makes money. and it'll die eventually, but it's been making like $1,000 a month the last couple of years. And, you know, I made a ton of money and I moved on to something else. So yeah, I mean, even YouTube's very passive now. That thing makes like $3 grand a month profit, like literally on autopilot. If I stop creating content, it would probably go down to like 2 and then 1,500. But if I died, literally, if I died today, I guarantee that my family would probably make money on my YouTube channel for like, who knows, for years. Like, I bet you that thing would make $1,000 to $2,000 a month for like the next like 3 years without doing anything. I think it would eventually go down, but it's interesting. Like, I could literally go and the Kindle publishing, the YouTube, the real estate. I mean, I could probably make my family some pretty good money. Don't get any ideas, guys. But that's the name of the game. You know, there's certain businesses that I spend a lot of time on that have to make money. And then there's other businesses that you have to build up, like YouTube, Kindle, dividends, you know, some of the crypto things, even some affiliate stuff. I have different affiliate offers. Like, you know, one of my good friends, Paul Lipsky, big shout out to Paul Lipsky. He's an expert drop shipper. You know, I have videos that have 100, 200,000 views, and it just makes a couple $1,000s profit promoting the course on autopilot. The videos just rank, they do well. So it's interesting. It's an interesting balance, and I just wanted to be open and share, not to brag or boast to impress you, but really to impress upon the fact that, you know, there's a lot of money to be made out there, and a lot of people don't share this. So hopefully this was able to add some value. It says, Steve is in his car being out hustling for products and bought a house. I don't know what's up, Tanya? I bet you somebody's like probably crapping on me being like, you ain't making money, you're in your car. I get that every single time. Every single time I shoot a video, like sharing income streams or how much money I'm making, they're like, and you're making a video in your car? Or someone crapped on me the other day about my, what was it? I did a TikTok, and they're like, you're making 7K a month profit on Amazon and those are your blinds. And I'm like, oh gosh, it's like people are just so like, this is the problem nowadays. It's like, if you don't drive like a super nice car and have a freaking penthouse, and I've done it all. I had the Corvette. I was up on the 48th floor in Miami. Like, stuff doesn't mean anything. There's so many people that are just, it's all smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you want to like increase your net worth over time and really build up a life of freedom where you're not stressed for money all the time, like live below your means. I got a Toyota Tacoma that's paid off. I could go get an $80,000 car if I wanted to and pretend that I have a huge, you know what, when I don't. So what's the point? Like, for me, I want freedom. For me, I want to be able to do what I want when I want. For me, I want to be able to just enjoy life and not have to feel like I have a freaking, you know, $5,000 a month mortgage and a $1,200 a month car, and you have to like keep up this whole facade and whatnot. It's crazy. But yeah, the keyboard warriors reseller niche, they're funny. They're really funny. Let's see. Tanya says, I defend you. Appreciate you. It's all right. You don't have to. 300K per year is more than bank presidents or surgeons make. Well, times are changed now. There's 18-year-olds making $500,000 a year profit. So I'm nobody. I'm just going through some of these comments. Xander, appreciate you watching right now. Oops, I almost X'd out of this whole thing. Ultimate Coupon Lady says, I've been watching Steve grow for years. He's totally legit. I was watching him since he started selling men's clothing on eBay. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's been a crazy journey. I still remember, I posted a video on Facebook yesterday. I still remember when I had hair, and it was so exciting, like learning about making money, selling on eBay and stuff, and flipping bicycles. And I think I had maybe like $2,000 in my bank about 8 years ago, living at home in my parents' house. You know, I had 300 clothing items in my bedroom. It smelled beautiful. Had like 10 bikes in my parents' garage, and you know, I would drive an hour and a half to go flip a bike and make $60 profit. It was exciting first starting, and it's crazy how far I've come. And, you know, compared to other people, like there's a lot of my colleagues and friends who started at the same time who are multimillionaires. So for me, I feel like I should be way farther ahead. I feel like it's just, I'm not going to go into a whole sob story, but, you know, I feel like I should be way farther ahead than I am. It's great where I am. And, you know, my buddy asked me, he said, big shout out to Andrew. He says, what would 2013 Steve say to, 2022 Steve, and he would say he's proud of how far you've come, so on and so forth. He'd probably be disappointed in my health, and I feel like I should have been improving a lot more in that area as well. But I am grateful for how far I've come, and I know I've done a great job, and there's been a lot of mistakes that I've made, a lot of things that I've learned. And, if you're consistent and you work hard, it's easier than ever in 2022 to make it happen. Young Diamond says, my only friend now is alcohol. I don't know if you're joking or not, but I've struggled a little bit with that too. I'm definitely not an alcoholic or anything, but yeah, for me, alcohol is not my friend. Alcohol is the enemy. Because if I start drinking, you ain't going to see me on YouTube for 2 weeks. Angela says there's no cap on how much you can make. It's up to you to put work in. Those that crap on others obviously aren't doing it, so they have diss on others. Yeah, it happens. Scott says, I'm bald now too, Steve. I feel like I could grow out my hair, but I'd probably look like some type of exotic bird because I don't think it would come in everywhere. You need mods, Steve. I volunteer. I don't care. Wholesale Queen says, I'm having your baby. Are you? I didn't know. Darlene says, but why would you want to go online telling people how much money you make and how? Because I want to inspire people. I've been sharing and I've been transparent with my net worth and my growth and my income for years now. So it's nothing new. I mean, if someone's going to freaking come attack me and murder me, then it is what it is. I'm sure you could find where I live pretty easily. But, I try to do right. I try to add value. I try to help people. I try to be as ethical as possible. And, I feel like good things come if you give back and add value and inspire people. And for me, I just want to help as many people as possible and, create some type of legacy down the road. Having a YouTube channel is a money stream as well. Yep, I shared before, this channel makes around $3K a month, Google AdSense. What's going on, Baldy Pal Pickin'? Man, everyone's balding in the comments. What's up, Lalit? Thanks for the love. I appreciate you. Xander wants me to answer his latest question. Let's see what Xander's latest question is. My mom says I should stop thrifting and wait till my stuff sells, but I have been having a hard time selling. This is my second week and I've listed 21 items. I don't know what to do. You got to make sure, Xander, you're picking the right items, because if you are listing items that don't have a big market or you're pricing it too high and they don't sell, like, you're wasting your time. So you have to make sure, if you're selling on eBay, Xander, study the sold listings. Make sure these things are selling consistently and make sure you're pricing them correctly. If you want to make more money, generally, you're going to have to build your inventory, but you have to build your inventory of quality items and price them correctly, create good titles. If you guys aren't following Daily Refinement, follow him, Xander. I don't think there's anybody on the internet creating better eBay content right now, including myself. I mean, that guy, he's the king. Right now, Chris Lynn is the king of eBay. Go follow him and watch his content. If your stuff's not selling, then you're probably buying items that don't have a good market and you're not pricing them correctly. Just bottom line. Obviously, it could be your keywords, it could be your photographs, but most likely it's the item and the price. You could take the worst pictures, the worst titles, so on and so forth, but if you have a really good item and you price it at least half right, it's going to sell. So hopefully that helps. Hey, Rockstar Flipper is a good-looking gentleman. I love Rockstar, man. He's a boss. Xander, if you don't know how to study the sold listings, actually, Xander, what I want you to do, because I think, Xander, how old are you? What are you, 15, 16? What I want you to do is I want you to send me an email over at rakeandprofit@gmail.com. And I want to hook you up with a free subscription, maybe for 3 months or so, to the Reseller Sourcing Handbook, okay? Because I'd like to help more young people. I've actually had some ideas maybe of setting something up in my area to help some young people, because there's a lot of people who could make money thrifting, like especially young people with the consent of their parents. So I want you to send me an email at rakeandprofit@gmail.com and let my team know that we're hooking you up with 3 months free, okay? Share your YouTube channel name and whatnot, and I want to give you 3 months of that. What you're going to get is every single day, you're going to get 5 new items, fully researched, what to buy, pictures, what they sell for, things to look for. And that'll really build your knowledge, because that's essentially us doing all the work for you. Instead of spending an hour and a half in the sold listings, we've done that work for you in the Reseller Sourcing Handbook. So send me an email and I will hook you up with that, man. I want to see you have success, because I've seen you in the comments a ton, okay? So make sure to reach out and we'll get you set up with that. Ultimate Coupon Lady says, how's Mama Profit? She's good. She does $2,000 to $4,000 a month on Amazon selling books. She hasn't been going to the thrift stores a lot just because of all the craziness going on in the world, but she has a lot of books that she's still going through those 5,000 books that I got her last year. And just recently we picked her up another couple hundred books from my buddy Brandon, Retro Junk. Big shout out to Brandon. We picked up about 300-400 books from him, and those things are really good. So she's hustling. She's still doing her thing, and she's plugging away. She loves it. Angela says, Haven is back from Montana. Told him we need to come up and see ya in the new sauna. I got to roll. School bus is calling my name. Glad I caught you. Yeah, absolutely. Get you in the sauna. Get you guys in the hot tub. It's going to be spa day at Rake and Profit's house, learning about books and self-care. Sandy says, that's awesome. The youth that want more are struggling in certain ways. Yeah, I had 5 middle schoolers at my house the other day shoveling my driveway. So that was great. You know, there was a bunch of companies that reached out to me. I went with the middle schoolers, and they did a half-assed job, I'll be honest with you, but it was still good to support them. I am in Gmail. I need to put your name in. It's rakeandprofit@gmail.com. Okay? rakeandprofit@gmail.com. Send me an email. Mary says, I was excited for your mom when you moved back. I'm sure she was ecstatic. Yeah, she was. She was pumped up. Any tips on how you avoid burnout? Well, I think you have to put a cap on your schedule. You know, what used to burn me out all the time in the past is when I would allow myself to work until 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Like, you have to know if you're like an early morning person or a night person. So for me, I get most of my productive work early on. I don't like to work after 5 o'clock. I'm tired. I want to relax. I want to chill. But it's hard because, you know, given I'm a morning person, I get all my work done, but sometimes I don't have anything to do at 5 or 6 or 7 o'clock. And I'm like, well, I can make an extra couple $100. Let's work. The problem is you get so wired up, and, you know, you might be able to do that for a week or two, but eventually I always get burned out because I'm just overloading myself. Exercising, making sure I exercise regularly, eating healthy, drinking water, taking time to meditate, taking time to go out and have fun with friends or your girlfriend, boy, whatever it is, right? Go out, have fun, enjoy. I like to spend time with my family, and that helps, but really setting boundaries on my time. I'm not perfect with it. I used to bring my work into my bed a lot, and, you know, I'd be on freaking my laptop sourcing in bed. Like, those are things that are really going to burn you out. So hopefully that helps. Serious Collector says, picked up 4 jackets today, 2 Lee 60s Western jackets, cream, another Levi Crazy find. Sold them $200. Wow, nice job. Xander, I'll check it out. I can't check it now because I'm on my phone. I'm in the parking lot of UPS. I just dropped off a couple packages, but I'm sure it went through. Harlan's Reselling Adventures. What's up, Harlan? I want to give a big shout out to Harlan. I sourced a Lego board game off of him the other day. I didn't know it was him. It's just my team and I, we sourced it off of him, and he sent a really nice letter thanking me and giving me a big shout out. So appreciate you, Harlan. Go check out Harlan's YouTube channel. We got to get him over there posting a little bit more. Roofwood Thrifter, shout out. Hey, Katie, get back to your job. Appreciate you watching. And hey, if you guys are enjoying this video, smash that like button. Again, to recap for anyone who just came in, my 12 income streams were Amazon FBA, eBay, my dropshipping wholesale store, the book business blueprint, the reseller handbook. That was a digital product. I had 3 crypto investments, crypto bots, BlockFi, and mining, my multifamily properties, affiliate marketing, YouTube coaching consulting, my Kindle ebook business, which also made up CreateSpace and Audible, dividends from my stocks and index funds, and sponsored videos. So yeah, guys, I would love to know, what are your income streams? How many income streams do you have? I don't think it's I don't think it's the number of income streams that really matters, but I would say over time, you definitely want to diversify your investments for sure. Investing is important. And, one of my biggest mistakes, I would say, is I didn't start investing soon enough. I didn't start investing in index funds. I didn't start investing into real estate. I didn't start investing into just things like Lego soon enough. I wish I did. I really wish I did, because the compound effect is huge. Tony Robbins talks a lot about this in investing and Money Master the Game. One of the quickest ways to become a millionaire if you're young is just investing. Automate your investing into index funds each and every month, even $50 a month. Over 30 years, you'll be a millionaire, guaranteed, as long as the U.S. economy doesn't fall apart. Serious Collector says, I've been going to the store every day for the last 2 years. You never know what you're going to find. Stay hustling, guys. It's true. You really never know what you're going to find. Katie says, so glad I found you. You have learned so much. Appreciate you, Katie Treasures. What's up, Gary? Why? Xander, rakeandprofit@gmail.com, brother. We got Baldy Pal Pickin with a $5 super chat saying, I appreciate you, Steve, and your great videos. It helped me become a successful part-time seller for the last 8 years. That's fantastic. And that's one of the great things about reselling. You don't have to do it full-time. There were times over the last couple of years where I didn't do hardly any reselling, and I was focusing on other businesses and investments. And then there were times where all I did was resell and I didn't do anything else, and I avoided investing. There were sometimes all I did was digital products. So, online businesses are where it's at. I love it. I love the freedom. I love the flexibility. I love the scalability. I love just being able to create and add value from home without having to leave the house. It's exciting. I love it. Xander says, bro, I'm doing this while going to school. I love it, man. What grade are you in? Being 15, you're probably what? And what are you, a sophomore or junior or something like that? What's up, NC Treasure Hunter? Gary Y, when's the next rental property? Well, my plan right now with my rental properties, so I didn't share too much about this, but I hired a fiduciary planner last year. So it's been about a year I've been working with a fiduciary planner. And what's the difference between a fiduciary planner and a financial planner? Well, a lot of financial planners will actually recommend investments to you based on how much money they'll make. Similar to if you go to your primary care physician, they'll recommend different products and different pills based on how much money they make. Okay, we don't have to get into a whole thing right now about that, but they're in bed with the pharmaceutical companies. It's very similar with the financial industry. There's a lot of them, and I know there's been more regulation and what lately, but most financial planners will recommend what they make most money on. A fiduciary planner has your benefits first. So they're not going to recommend things based on how much money they make. They've got your interest first. They don't make extra money in commissions based on recommending certain products to you and whatnot. So I've been working with a fiduciary planner for about a year now, and I have a certain amount of money that gets invested into a low risk index fund each and every month. And the goal is to buy a new property every 2 to 3 years. So based on what the down payment is going to be, because I'm planning on putting 20 to 25% down every 2 to 3 years, I've got that broken up into a monthly plan. It gets pulled out of my checking account each and every month, and it's there. So I just bought my primary residence about 7-8 months ago. So that's my third property. So hopefully within the next couple of years, I'd like to buy another one. Right now is such a good opportunity, even though prices are high, interest rates are so low, and the interest rates being low far exceed the prices being high right now. So I'm sure interest rates are going to raise over the next couple of years, but yeah, that's the goal. Every 2 to 3 years, buy a property. By the time I'm, 55 or so, have 4 or 5 properties paid off, have others that I am working on paying off, and I'll be earning pretty much my retirement and my cash flow off of the properties paid off. I'll just be paying the taxes, insurance, and obviously the maintenance, and then everything else will just be cash flow. So that's the big play there with the real estate properties. Just buy and hold. Mary says, I work with a fiduciary financial planner as well. I found him through Dave Ramsey's website. They make money When you make money, they want you to succeed. Exactly. They charge me 1% of my net worth per year. So that's how it works. I found my fiduciary planner through Tony Robbins. Cheryl says, I've tried to sell on eBay several times, but unsuccessful. What's holding you back, you think? 9th grade. Serious Collector says, thank you for such great content, always helping out with your knowledge, and such a great guy. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Scott's in Connecticut as well. Yep, that's where I am. Reseller Niche says, real estate investing is scary, but probably the best investment I ever made. Yeah, it is definitely scary for sure. And that's why I've hired a management company for my properties, because it's annoying having to deal with tenants. It is. They're very, you know how it is. It's just like running an eBay business. How many times, like when an eBay customer like sends you a message to the inboxes as something nice and sweet outside of like asking for feedback? It's just, that's how it is in the service-based industry, right? You are serving people as a landlord. Serious Collector says, hit that thumbs up button, show some love. I appreciate that. Cheryl says, I tried dropshipping model and no one buys my items. You have to do it. You have to do it the right way. I'm not sure how you're dropshipping. There's a whole bunch of different ways to dropship and whatnot. But if you're not following Paul J. Lipsky on YouTube, he does a lot of eBay dropshipping. I don't know if he still does Amazon dropshipping. He might have quit. I saw some video come through recently. But go follow him. He's really, really good at that. Thank you for all your videos. Joanne says, I'm your mom's age and love it when you keep us up to date on how she's doing selling the books and how she does it. Yeah, she's, I'm trying to get her on Reselling right now. She does pretty much everything the most inefficient way possible. She doesn't want to use the Dymos. She doesn't want to use Reselling. Finally, I got her to sign up for it and I taught her how to do it. She watched my video series. So I'm trying to get her on Reselling just because if you're listing items through Amazon Seller Central and not using a third-party software, you're wasting so much time. I'm telling you right now, don't use it. Just don't use Amazon Seller Central. At first you can to save money, but eventually go use Reselling or some other third party. PS Tech, amazing content. Appreciate you. Hello, Mora. Thanks for the valuable info. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. Harlan's Reselling Adventure says, if I ever did rental property again, I would hire a company to manage it. So many headaches for me dealing with renters. Yeah, it's so worth it, really. I mean, I just see my financials every single month. That's it. And I've set it up with my management company that if an expense or a repair is under 200 bucks, they just do it. They don't even bother me. If it's over 200 bucks, they reach out to me, they run it by me, and I give the approval. But yeah, they collect all the rents. They take all the phone calls. They set up repairs. If a tenant moves out and a new one comes in, they handle that. They also do hit you with a 1-month fee, which stinks. But in order to get a new tenant and do all the paperwork and all that, it's just, I don't got time for that. I know I could, but and now I live like 25 minutes away from my rental property. So they do it all. It's worth it. I love it. But you have to find the right management company. It's like a prep center. If you send all your products to a prep center and they suck, your reselling business is going to go to the pooper. So you got to, I put a lot of work and upfront effort into finding the right management company. Joanne says, does your mom have a minimum profit on a book that she sends in? Usually it's about $5 profit. Sometimes she'll go for 3 or 4, but it would probably have to be under 100,000 rank. If it's over 100,000 rank, she's probably going to want to keep it at like a $5 profit. But a lot of her money comes from textbooks. She gets lucky. We live in Connecticut. We're over here near UConn, Harvard University. So we get a lot of textbooks. If not Amazon Seller Central, what software do we use? Reselling. Accelerlist. I think that's how you spell it. I don't know. Reselling. Look that up. It's a really good software. How do you get inventory increase in Amazon? I'm actually curious about that because my inventory is I have 726 items in my Amazon inventory this morning. I'm capped at 1,000. But I heard once you get up to 1,000 and you hit it, they're either going to open it or not. And I think a lot of that depends upon your sell-through rate and your IPI score. My IPI score is 600, so I think that's pretty good. So I think they're going to open it up for me once I hit 1,000. I'll find out probably in the next month. I'm going on vacation next week, so inventory will probably go down a little bit, but I'm getting as many shipments out as I can right now. But it's all about sales velocity. So what a lot of people are doing is they're going into like a Walmart or a Target, finding an item they're ungated in that's like 100 rank or something in toys, buying like 50 and selling them all for like a $5 loss because they're not, or you can try to make money if you find a good item, and your sell-through rate will go through the roof, and hopefully they'll open you up. So I know some people are doing that. I know recently Amazon came out with some news saying that they're going to open things up again. There was a lot of issues with distribution and the warehouses during the pandemic and everything. So I think they're going to open the doors up. Has your mom ever run any sort of IP complaints with textbooks? No. And I haven't either. But, you know, anytime you're reselling items without wholesale invoices, you're playing a game of Russian roulette. And I mentioned this the other day on one of my YouTube videos. I said, my Amazon business is built on a volcano. Yeah, I took that from Avery, because Avery always says that one of his businesses is built on a volcano. And I feel the same way, because when you don't have invoices, like if someone says it's fake or bootlegged or IP complaints, like if Amazon wants to shut you down, they can, and there's just nothing you can do about it. So that's why wholesale is great. But with what I'm doing with my OA and thrifting model, it's a business built on a volcano. And, you know, not all volcanoes explode within your lifetime. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm doing things as safe as possible. And I'd say out of 1,000 resellers who are doing what I'm doing, thrifting and whatnot, maybe only like less than a couple percent get kicked off or something like that. So it is what it is. Maybe it's higher. You guys let me know if you agree or not. Xander says, I don't know whether I should send in toys in letters, media mail, because it was a little figure. You can't sell toys as media mail. Media mail's for media. So that's for like CDs, DVDs, and books and stuff. So for a toy, you'd want to probably do it first class, since it's going to be 16 ounces or less, Xander. Appreciate the likes, everybody. My IPI score is 588, and I was denied my increase. Mark, what happens when you hit 1,000? Do you get like an approval or something, or like how does it work when you hit that 1,000 inventory stock limit? Like, does it, like, I don't even know what's going to happen. So maybe you can help me out. ATL Flippers, what up, bro? Good to see you. Nicole Russ says you're live. I'm never online when you're live. Well, never say never. They don't accept your items. Yeah, so it looks like they just won't accept your items. So we'll see what happens. I do have another Amazon account that I was approved for that I use for other items and wholesale and different things like that. I'm pulling back quite a bit on the wholesale just because of time and whatnot. And I'll be honest with you, I don't love having to keep up with clients and whatnot and different brands. Topic for another video, but I do have another account that I could use. I don't know. We'll see what happens. You got to be careful with that. But it is an approved account. From what I understand, it goes based upon your last 90 days and how many units you sell through. My sell-through rate is really, really high. I'm curious what your guys' sell-through rate is. But in my store right now, in my Amazon FBA business, I have 700 something items, and I've sold almost 500 items in the last 30 days. I think 462 or something like that. My average selling price is around $40. So that's a pretty high sell-through rate, but I've been selling a ton. I have sourced from Alibaba.com. It's a great way to be able to find inventory. I know people have businesses built, literally the whole entire business is built based on items that they source from Alibaba.com. And I actually have a video that I'm going to be releasing soon about that. I don't do a ton of buying from Alibaba.com and reselling right now, just because I'm busy with other businesses and other suppliers that I use for different businesses. But yeah, if you spend the time, if you learn about various softwares, if you build relationships and network with different suppliers on Alibaba.com. There is a lot of opportunities. People who run literally full-time businesses off of products from there. Nicole says, I generally have other things going on, so I tend to only get replays of everyone I follow. I hear you. Would you recommend selling women's clothing on Amazon? You can if you're ungated and they're new. There's a lot of people who make a ton of money, full-time income, selling Nike, Adidas, Reebok, different clothing like that, shoes. So clothing and shoes is hot on Amazon if you're approved. Yeah, Jim Drops, I hear you. So I think that's about it, guys. We're coming up on an hour mark. I got to get running, but I just wanted to say thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Hopefully this maybe opened up your eyes to different opportunities, different side hustles. This video, if you did, smash that like button, show some love. And again, thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you.